Well, hello everyone. I hope you're all keeping well. Today we've got an exciting video to do. We're going to be taking a look at the brand new Insta360 X5. I've had this camera now for a few weeks. I was hoping to get a video done sooner, sort of closer to its launch, but probably a good thing I didn't, because YouTube just went absolutely bonkers with videos as soon as it came out, and for good reason. So what we're going to do is we'll explore its standout features, performance, and see how it stacks up against the quite old now Insta360 RS 1-inch edition, this one. I've had this camera now for quite a few years. In fact, I think it's now discontinued. But unfortunately, I don't have the X4 or the X3 to compare this one to. So I have to use this one. So without further ado, let's get started. So the X5 retains the sleek vertical design of its predecessor, the X4, but with some really very notable enhancements. It features dual 1/1.28-inch sensors, that's a mouthful, and which is a significant upgrade from the X4 sensors. This improves low light performance and also will improve dynamic range. The camera is also IP68 rated, making it waterproof up to 15 meters without a case, which is good for you divers out there, or probably more snorkelers. But I think you can actually get a dive housing for it as well. And more importantly, and this is a huge feature, something that 360 companies should have been doing for many years, and it now includes replaceable lenses. When Insta360 sent me the camera, which they very kindly did, so I could review it for you, they just sent me the camera itself. So unfortunately I don't have a lens replacement kit on hand, but it's so simple to do. I mean, let's say you're out shooting and the camera just blows over and I've seen so many of these videos online, tragic videos where someone's been out and about and the lens is smashed. Normally that would mean new camera, but not with the Insta360 X5. All you need to do is get the lens replacement kit, suck it onto the lens, twist, take the old one off carefully, and then replace the new lens on, twist it on, good as new. Now let's just talk a little bit about video and photo quality. The X5 captures 8K 360 video at 30 frames per second. It can also do 5K at 60 frames per second and 4K at 120 frames per second, which is brilliant. It also offers 72 megapixel still photos, providing crisp and detailed images. So if you are a 360 virtual tour photographer like me, the resolution of the photos comes in at just under 12,000 by 6,000 pixels, which is incredibly impressive. Still waiting for one-shot cameras to come out like this, apart from the X phase, which can go to like 16, 18,000. But for most virtual tour photographers, that will be sufficient. And the auto HDR settings create a really pleasing result for such a small camera. However, if you want to get the most out of the image quality and dynamic range for professional 360 work, then I would still recommend switching to manual mode and bracketing the images yourself. But for everyday use, you'll be amazed at the results that you can get from the auto mode on this camera. The dynamic range is phenomenal, especially when you're shooting sort of outdoors and you've got big contrasty scenes with sun and shadows and everything. So definitely quite a large upgrade from previous models. You can find out more about 360 photo editing and virtual tour creation in my 360 photography course, and I will leave a link to that in the description below for you. You'll also find a link to some sample images that I've taken with the Insta360 X5 in both auto HDR and manual modes side by side, so you can give them a good comparison and see what they look like. A standout feature on here is the new pure video mode, which significantly enhances significantly, yeah, there you go. Significantly enhances low light video by reducing noise and preserving highlights. This makes night scenes and indoor footage much clearer and more vibrant. Compared to the One RS 1-inch 360 edition, which records at 6K, the X5's 8K resolution offers more flexibility in post-production, especially when reframing shots. So if you're out and about on your travels and you've got your camera up on your big long selfie stick thing, you'll be able to crop in due to the 8K resolution wherever you want, and that's a standout feature really. But here's where the X5 really shines. It's the plethora of shooting modes on here. So as I mentioned earlier, you've got 8K 360 video. I think it's the sharpest resolution in any consumer 360 camera today. You may prove me wrong, but I think so. Basically, it gives you tons and tons of detail. So, you know, if you're reframing for YouTube or TikTok or whatever it may be, then you're onto a winner. You've got 5.7K at 60 frames a second, and they've got 5.7K plus as well, which is slightly higher resolution. And then you've got 4K at 120 frames a second. So, you know, high frame rates for nice sort of, you know, smooth slow motion, great for fast actions like skiing, skating, or sports reels, whatever it may be. But the new standout feature for me is pure video mode. That's basically a dedicated sort of low light mode using the new triple AI chip within the camera. So that basically improves the low light recording, even though the sensor is smaller than the 1-inch edition. The low light quality on this is just astonishingly good. There is also an improvement on the on the wind noise. So if you are shooting out and about on a windy day, then you're not going to get as much sort of wind noise coming through the microphone. So overall, it's ideal for anything, you know, indoor shots, street scenes at night, or, you know, if you're shooting with moody lighting in like a bar or wherever it may be, then this will be able to swallow it up easily. You've also got active HDR video. So this basically captures a much wider dynamic range whilst maintaining incredible stability. So perfect for, you know, backlit shots with, you know, sunsets, or indoors with, you know, windows if you want to see what's outside as well. So another plus there. Another feature is Me Mode. Now, I'd not seen this one before, but I love it. I think it's really good. It shoots 4K 30 frames a second in a single direction. So forward, automatically removing the selfie stick. So if you're holding the stick out in front of you, then you stay centered in the frame, and you can capture your whole body. So it's perfect, great for vlogging, walking and talking, commentary, without the need to reframe your shots. There is also bullet time mode, which has been on the Insta360 cameras for some time now, but I believe, in fact I know, that they've actually just released a brand new selfie stick. Again, unfortunately I don't have that because they didn't send me one. But basically, it's like your normal selfie stick, but on the handle you can flip it and then spin it. So you can put it above your head and you can capture these amazing bullet time shots, which are great for, you know, wedding shoots or parties or whatever it may be. And I think that's recorded up to 4K 120 FPS. There's also time-lapse and time shift modes. You can do time-lapse in 8K with automatic stabilization, and time shift adds hyperlapse movement with speed ramping. So that's a really great feature for travel montages, travel vloggers. So if you're going sort of from getting off a train and walking to a specific site, you can speed ramp that whole journey. And it looks absolutely fantastic. So there's also loop recording and interval video. So loop recording basically adds kind of a dash cam style feature where it will basically overwrite the oldest video, and then it will just keep going and going. And interval video is really great for recording things like long events and without using up too much storage. Now let's talk about audio. The audio quality has seen huge improvements, as I mentioned earlier on, with built-in wind mufflers providing a much clearer sound in windy conditions. The X5 continues to utilize Insta360's flow state stabilization, which has always worked incredibly well, basically ensuring smooth and steady footage even during really high motion activities. Unfortunately, I'm not a very good skier or anything, so I haven't got any sort of extreme action videos to show you. But there's so many videos, as you've probably seen already on this. You probably saw this video and thought, oh God, not another X5 video. But I like to think I do mine a little bit differently, nice and chilled. But yeah, there's the content that's being created with these cameras is just out of this world. The 360 horizon lock feature also keeps your horizon level, no matter how the camera is oriented. One other thing that I thought was really, really, really impressive is the battery life. The X5 offers up to 88 minutes of recording at 8K, which is astonishing, and up to 185 minutes in endurance mode. So I will say that whilst recording at high resolutions can lead to increased battery consumption and heat, the camera manages all of this incredibly well. I've had no situations at all where the camera has shut off due to overheating. The user interface on the camera remains intuitive. The companion Insta360 app has always been brilliant. It provides robust, sort of really, really in-depth editing tools, including things like AI-assisted editing, where you can automatically keep yourself in frame. It will look at certain highlights within the video and it will automatically frame them for you. As far as I'm aware, you can only do that on the app itself, not the desktop app, unless I've missed something. But having that feature, if you've recorded a 360 video and you're not quite sure what to look at or where to put it, and you just want to chuck it out onto social media quickly, then that is a standout feature for me. It was really, really, really impressive. Also, you've got manual controls for professionals as well. So if you want to delve deeper and do more in-depth editing, then you can definitely do so, either with the app itself or with the Insta360 desktop app. So, I mean, even though this little thing here, God rest its soul, is discontinued, it's a great little camera. It's been really, really, really good. But I mean, just comparing it quickly to that one, because I know a lot of you have got the Insta360 One RS 1-inch edition. Such a mouthful. And you may be thinking, is it worth the upgrade to the X5? The One RS 1-inch 360 edition, as you probably know, is co-engineered with Leica. It features dual 1-inch sensors and records at 6K. Its larger sensors excel in low light, providing excellent image quality. However, the X5's 8K resolution offers a lot more detail, and the benefit of that is it gives you a lot more flexibility in post-production. Additionally, the X5's improved low light performance with the pure video mode narrows the gap between the two cameras in challenging lighting conditions. In terms of design, the X5 is, as we can see, a lot more compact. It has a more rugged build with its IP68 rating and replaceable lenses, whereas the RS 1-inch edition is modular and may require sort of additional housing and everything for similar durability. I would definitely say that this is a very, very, very worthy upgrade. So the question is, should you get one? My thoughts are yes, most definitely. The benefit for me with this, and this is quite a big deal, is that for such a long time, 360 cameras like this have been focused on, yes, 360 video and photos, but the screen on this thing is tiny. It's really, 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 really small. The X3 came out and then the X4, and the fact that they increased the screen size was a huge plus for me, because what I really want is I want a camera that I can not only use for work professionally, to do 360 virtual tours and everything like that, but I can also use this to film content for work. So reels, and to be honest, I don't do much social media content when it comes to reels, but I want to start getting into it a lot more, and having this has really sort of given me that push to start creating more content for my business. And also just simply down to things like holidays with the family, you know, being able to capture the kids playing and all that sort of stuff, and not having to worry about reframing shots and so on and so forth. Knowing that I've got that quality there, and I could just, at the push of a button, I've got the colours perfect, the sharpness is perfect, you know, and this will tick all of those boxes. So while the 1-inch 360 edition still holds its own with excellent image quality, especially in low light, the X5 advancements in resolution and usability make it a much more versatile option for most people. So yeah, well, I think that's about it. Thank you very much for watching my review on the Insta360 X5. If you found this video useful, then please do consider subscribing, hitting the bell icon for more content like this, and please let us know in the comments which 360 camera you prefer, which one you've got, why you like it, and I will see you in the next video. All right, take care.